Have you ever felt as if the universe was attempting to hold you back? As if every step forward was accompanied by invisible but palpable obstacles? What if I told you the conflict had already ended? Have you already won? This message is not for the faint-hearted. It's for fighters. The visionaries are those who recognize the presence of a storm inside themselves. No power can bring stillness. You stood in the midst of turmoil, feeling the weight of darkness tearing at your soul. But here you are, unbroken. Today we're not just discussing survival. We're talking about seizing your win and embracing your overpowering strength. Let's get started, since your tale is just starting. Shadows of uncertainty and invisible forces collected, bent on bringing you down. Their presence loomed, pressing down with an overwhelming weight and demanding submission. But you did not give in to the silent defiance of your will. You loosened their grasp. Each wave of doubt collided with the unshakable core of who you are, a power beyond their comprehension. The war was waged not in foreign regions, but inside, where your resilience shone brighter than their hate. Their efforts to hide you in terror vanished under the light of your resolve, leaving nothing of their power intact. No weapon fashioned against you will prevail, and every mouth that speaks against you in judgment will be punished. Isaiah 5,417. Allow this truth to soak into your soul. You are not supposed to be defeated. You are the unshakable oak amid a storm-tossed forest, its roots delving deeply into the soil of purpose and its branches reaching for the sky with holy might. The winds may howl, the rains may lash, yet you stand firm, prospering, and triumphant, even in the darkest of storms. When the darkness drew in and anarchy erupted around you, something within you refused to shatter. It was the spark of destiny, the unwavering power behind your calling. Those who came against you overestimated the fire, believing they could put it out with words of fear, doubt, and despair. However, they failed to grasp this. Your brightness is not from this planet. It is immortal, made in the very breath of existence, and cannot be touched by mortal hands or evil powers. Your adventure begins here. Subscribe today and let's create something special together. This wind was not given to you, it was stolen, seized with the passion that hushed all doubts. You battled not with worldly weapons, but with the strength of your unwavering spirit, the shield of faith, and the sword of resolve. When despair attempted to weave falsehoods into your head, you sliced through them with truth. When doubt sought to enter your heart, you crushed it under the weight of your divine destiny. Every strategy devised against you disintegrated as you advanced, unwaveringly demolishing their plans. With every stride you made, the war is finished, and the prizes of triumph are yours. The rumors of defeat have disappeared, dissolved like mist beneath the rising light. The forces who believed they might overpower you are now dispersed and insignificant. Their might has been shattered by the unyielding force of your determination. In the aftermath, you will be remembered as someone who flourished rather than just surviving, whose light shines as brightly than ever. Your soul shines with clarity that no darkness can dim, no force can lessen. You went through a storm that threatened to destroy you and emerged unscathed. Your strength increases and your commitment remains unwavering. You did not just win, you overcame. You didn't just endure, you rose. Let me tell you something, it does not end here. Your victory is not only about you, it is a beacon, a call to those who are going through their own storms. Share your victory, tell your tale, Let the world know that no matter how ferocious the struggle, how high the seas, or how black the night, no power can vanquish a spirit united with divine purpose. You are selected. You're the storm. You are the light. And nothing can stop you. So stand up, declare your truth, and show the world what it is to live as the unstoppable force you were designed to be. The struggle is over. The win is yours, and the greatest is yet to come. Their influence slithered quietly, a chemical meant to penetrate the links closest to you and weaken your core. Their objective was clear: to create confusion, obscure your brightness, and demolish the essence that distinguishes you. They carefully created deceit traps, believing that their falsehoods would fester and devour your determination. However, they were unable to fathom the magnitude of the force flowing through you, a power that is incorruptible and relentless. You crushed their illusions with the stark clarity of your reality, reducing their plans to ashes. The shadows they cast fell under the weight of your unshakable soul. They attempted to contaminate what could not be corrupted, to touch a flame that blazed far beyond their reach. Their troops raced forward, trying to cloud your thinking and cast doubt on your intentions. However, the brightness of your willpower proved unbreakable. Their efforts dispersed like fragile leaves in a wind. They suspected you could be shattered, ignorant of the ancient force that runs inside you. When they attempted to alienate you and disperse your foundation with murmurs of uncertainty, you stood strong, observing as their fabrications crumbled before your clarity. Their poison weakened, failing to pierce the unbreakable armor of your truth. You stood unshaken, a force too powerful to be devoured by the mayhem they created and the weapons they wielded. Fear, doubt, and manipulation were proven ineffective against your power, which surpassed their unsuccessful strategies. Your essence became a tremendous resonance that shattered their efforts to attach you, leaving them impotent in your wake. This is the core of your power, unassailable, not because they lacked force, but because your might is beyond their understanding. They couldn't bend what was unshakable. You are the unrelenting river that erodes their defenses, the brightness they can never hide. You understand with perfect confidence. I am resilient. I'm untouchable. Their demise was inevitable, since your essence is primal, unadulterated and limitless, a presence impervious to corruption. You overcame the forces that attempted to break you, emerging not merely unscathed, but strengthened. They cannot reach or decrease its energy. They misinterpreted you, mistaking sympathy for weakness. You are ready to bear the responsibilities of others in exchange for vulnerability. They thought your tenderness was a weakness they could exploit. They had a terrible misunderstanding. Your kindness is not a weakness. It is a power that dispels illusions and unveils the reality. They were anxious to stay concealed. It demolishes their faulty notions, hitting harder than any weapon fashioned with malice. The calm resolution inside you is an unstoppable flood that they never expected. They had no idea what to expect. They believed that their machinations would bring you down, that their shadows would dim your light. They never anticipated your light would embrace their darkness and consume them totally. They saw empathy as a fault, blind to the fact that it is the foundation of your power. Your capacity to discern what lies underneath and comprehend what others refuse to see is what makes you unstoppable. This is why they feared you. Despite their hubris and refusal to recognize loss before it came, they were ready to take the first step toward greatness. Subscribe today and let us begin. Your power comes from a source, They are unable to comprehend a power beyond their grasp and understanding. When they rose up against you, they were unaware of the enormity of the situation. They believed their darkness could drown out your brightness, yet your resolution sliced through their plans like a sword through mist, leaving them devastated in the aftermath of their own failure. They failed to see the tremendous tempest concealed behind your quiet, a strength that rises not in rage, but in unwavering clarity. Your compassion is a force that dismantles their lies, sweeping away their ruse with simple accuracy. You are not only resilient, you're unstoppable. Moving through their traps with an unmistakable vision, you turn their efforts to ashes. Now you are unshakable, a force produced not by chance but on design. You are a manifestation of purpose infused with power, which flows through you because it was always intended to. You stand with unflinching conviction, stating, "I am destined." And those words contain an unmistakable truth. They never comprehended your dualism. Compassion and savagery are in balance, as is creation and destruction. Their downfall was not only predictable, but inescapable. They miscalculated the power. They objected. The way has now opened in front of you, a unique and unusual portal, the arcane kingdom of genuine ascension, created for individuals who embody the essence of the extraordinary. Over 400 resilient and motivated people have already seized their jobs, forging a bond unrivaled in any other field. This isn't an open invitation. It is a call to the few who have unrivaled determination, unwavering integrity, and impeccable discernment. If you are one of them, now is the time to seize your spot. The arcane portals unlock vast riches, including 3 transforming tomes from the Codex of Manifestation Mastery. These tools are intended to elevate your path, align your surroundings to attract prosperity, practice elemental invocation, materialize real results, and channel the 7 universal powers to push your climb. A comprehensive video tutorial exclusive to the Inner Sanctum has just been released, exploring the mastery of these forces in their rawest form. This information is only available to individuals who have chosen a route that is remote from conventional platforms. There is no better place to find true solidarity among peers who are on the same road, but pay heed. The number of respected spaces in the Arcane Circle is constantly decreasing. The gateway is waiting. Do you have the courage, vision, and will to go forward? If so, then this is your calling. Join the convergence now. An army rose against you, certain that their sheer numbers and unwavering might would smash you. Waves of turmoil slammed into your essence. Each stroke is a deliberate effort to unravel your core. They wanted to immerse you in terror, bury you behind a mountain of their evil intents. I am certain that the weight would be too much for you to carry. They assumed their storm would put out your fire, that their determination would outlive yours. However, they failed to see the reality of their situation. You are not bound by their disarray, nor do you give in to the illusions of power
they attempt to wield.
Your essence is beyond their grasp. It is unshakable and everlasting, fashioned from a source that cannot be corrupted, a source of strength, unaffected by the shadows. They could not shatter you, since your soul is fashioned from the fabric of eternity, a power beyond human understanding, impervious to the faint whispers of darkness. Each strike was delivered. Each idea they conceived demonstrated the futility of their attempts. They released a power designed to overcome the darkness that has defeated those before you. But everything shattered against your steadfast brightness. Their loss was not only a result, it was a foregone conclusion. Your defense is not limited by the rules of this world. It is an integral element of your being. A shield made from the timeless, impregnable to even the most unrelenting attacks. They released their most powerful weapons, thinking they could bring you to your knees. However, their efforts failed upon touch, made feeble by the might of your soul. You are not bound by the restrictions of mortality. You hold inside you an echo of the infinite, a reflection of the divine. However, no shadow can eclipse. They tried to claim what was never theirs, failing to see that your triumph was predetermined long before their onslaught started. This is why you may stand solid and declare with total certainty, no army organized against me will succeed. This is not a desire. It is an undeniable reality. You observe their efforts to rally against you. They have strength, a small shadow in comparison to the beauty that is inside you. They ran, not because they were weak, but because your essence is beyond their understanding. Unshakable, infinite, untouchable, protected by the fundamental fabric of reality. You are unaffected by their gloom. They conspired in stealth, weaving falsehoods and poison into the fabric of your reality, believing that their betrayal may destroy you. They muttered in the corners, cast charms in secret locations, and hoped to see you stumble. But their intentions were doomed from the beginning. They failed to realize the power that they had dared to resist. The ancient, unstoppable fire that fires your soul, intuition, and gift of insight. Woven deep inside you, you highlighted their intentions before they ever took shape. Their deception grew ineffective in the face of your knowledge, and they ringed you, convinced they could kill you. You stood motionless. They envisioned themselves, the hunter. However, they were never more than shadows groping for a storm. You saw their intents before they acted, and you watched their plans fall apart before they could take form. Every step they made to undermine you accelerated their own disintegration. Their lies, caustic remarks, and dark plots grumbled beneath the weight of your honesty. They could not poison your intellect, which is guarded by the boundless power of the universe. They couldn't interrupt your goal, since it was far beyond their grasp. They never had a chance. You stay unharmed. Your essence is untouched. Your brightness is unbroken. You are a force that they cannot grasp, let alone vanquish. You stand hard and announce your unshakable belief. I am sovereign, and no force can oppose me. This is not only an affirmation, it is an indisputable reality, imprinted into your very being. The shadows they created to trap you have vanished into nothingness. They set traps with the intention of tying you up. However, it was their own plots that caught them. You stay invincible. Your presence exudes a strength that they could never hope to contain. Their attempts to separate what was divinely intended exposed their stupidity. They pushed against the link, formed in places they couldn't see, thinking they might sever the tie that connects your essence to your divine counterpart. Their barriers, designed to separate, were helpless against the vastness of a unity formed beyond human comprehension. They failed to realize that this bond is unbreakable, impenetrable to their meddling. The tie between you is not fragile, and it cannot be torn by mortal hands. It is an immortal force etched into the very fabric of the cosmos. No strategy, shadow, or impediment could ever remove what was written in the heavens long before their efforts started. You stand firm, your truth shining brighter than their falsehoods. Your relationship is unbreakable and permanent. This is your opportunity to shine. Subscribe now and let's make it memorable. Your journey together has been defined by constant trials, roadblocks designed to obfuscate your way, and doubts seeded to shake your faith in what you know to be true. However, each challenge has not diminished you, but rather strengthened the tie you share, exposing its unwavering strength and divine purpose. The forces attempting to undermine this relationship recognize its strength. They identify it as a beacon of light that cannot be extinguished or controlled. That's why they strike. However, this link, the union of two souls, is bound by something much higher than the worldly and cannot be broken by such efforts. Its basis extends beyond the boundaries of our planet. Anchored in a purpose created by forces beyond human understanding, the immensity of this relationship overwhelms time and space. It exists not as a passing connection, but as an everlasting fact. A holy pledge made across several lives. A contract that no one can dissolve. The goal you share is engraved into the fabric of the universe, a natural unfolding that no impediment can stop, guided by invisible currents. You and your counterpart are brought together, propelled toward the realization of a higher purpose. Each struggle you confront just confirms the strength of your connection, repeatedly demonstrating that what is divinely made cannot be broken. You march on, reinforced by the hardships that threaten to destroy you, stronger and closer to achieving the destiny engraved into your very essence. You are steadfast in the reality of your existence. I declare unequivocally that I am in alignment with divine purpose. This is more than just a goal. It is a reality engraved at the very center of your being. No impediment, no force of resistance can prevent what has already been woven into the fabric of your life. You and your twin flame are meant to soar together, completing a purpose that is distinctively yours. Those who strive to disrupt this connection are attracted to your brightness, which is both captivating and frightening. Envy motivates their efforts to eradicate what they cannot own. They've unleashed storms of opposition, hoping to warp your abilities and twist your strength into something they can use. However, every attempt has failed. Every assault failed against the unbreakable barrier that surrounds you. The heavenly force woven within your existence cannot be touched, much alone overcome. It is a power beyond their understanding, protected by a might they can never equal. Each attempt to silence your voice, muddle your clarity, or disturb your alignment has failed before it could take root. Your strength, anchored in the timeless and safeguarded by the unseen, is unrivaled. You remain a vessel of limitless potential, bolstered by powers much larger than any adversary, moving steadily toward the destiny you were always destined to have. They imagined they could throw you into darkness, confuse you, and get you to question your own abilities. They failed to grasp that your light does not dim in the presence of darkness. It doesn't falter or fade. It is a power born of eternity, a brightness that grows stronger with each effort to contain it. Their efforts were the kindling that sparked your development. Your talents were never in jeopardy because you used their resistance to propel yourself forward. They are made from the unbreakable substance of creation itself. No power can claim something that was never theirs. No plot can corrupt something that is safeguarded by a force beyond their control. Those who strove to undermine your power now stand in the ruins of their own failure, forced to behold the light they could not shade or control as they stumbled. You arose unscathed. Your light is brighter and more powerful than before. What they tried to muffle now resounds with unmistakable clarity. You are the personification of tenacity, a reminder that no power can triumph against a truth so firmly anchored in the divine. Your genius stays unrestrained. Your talents radiate the obvious intensity of an unstoppable destiny. They imagined they could throw you into darkness, confuse you, and get you to question your own abilities. They failed to grasp that your light does not dim in the presence of darkness. It doesn't falter or fade. It is a power born of eternity, a brightness that grows stronger with each effort to contain it. Their efforts were the kindling that sparked your development. Your talents were never in jeopardy because you used their resistance to propel yourself forward. They are made from the unbreakable substance of creation itself. No power can claim something that was never theirs. No plot can corrupt something that is safeguarded by a force beyond their control. Those who attempted to undermine your power now stand in the ruins of their own failure, left to behold the light they couldn't dampen or control. While they faltered, you arose unscathed. Your light is brighter and more powerful than before. What they tried to muffle now resounds with unmistakable clarity. You are the personification of tenacity, a reminder that no power can triumph against a truth so firmly anchored in the divine. Your genius stays unrestrained. Your talents radiate the obvious intensity of an unstoppable destiny. They imagined they could throw you into darkness, confuse you, and get you to question your own abilities. They failed to grasp that your light does not dim in the presence of darkness. It doesn't falter or fade. It is a power born of eternity, a brightness that grows stronger with each effort to contain it. Their efforts were the kindling that sparked your development. Your talents were never in jeopardy because you used their resistance to propel yourself forward. They are made from the unbreakable substance of creation itself. No power can claim something that was never theirs. No plot can corrupt something that is safeguarded by a force beyond their control. Those who strove to undermine your power now stand in the ruins of their own failure, forced to behold the light they could not shade or control as they stumbled. You arose unscathed. Your light is brighter and more powerful than before. What they tried to muffle now resounds with unmistakable clarity. You are the personification of tenacity, a reminder that no power can triumph against a truth so firmly anchored in the divine. Your genius stays unrestrained. Your talents radiate the obvious intensity of an unstoppable destiny. Your fire represents your might. Prepare to ascend. Subscribe now and let's spark greatness together. You are coming into your full strength, embracing the vision and value that you have always had with unwavering assurance. You assert that plenty comes to me readily and that I am ascending into infinite affluence. This isn't wishful thinking. It is a reality that is consistent with the truth of who you are. Forces beyond conception have prepared riches for you, and it is now coming toward you in an unstoppable tsunami. Your rise to prosperity is a tribute to the divine force that operates through you, a power that cannot be challenged or rejected. Every effort to derail your course has strengthened your determination. The obstacles that were supposed to hold you back became stepping stones that propelled you forward. You are encircled by an unrelenting force that protects you from danger and propels you ahead, guaranteeing that no opposition can stop your movement. You have been chosen for a purpose larger than any earthly hurdle, and those who attempted to weaken you now stand in the shadow of your growing grandeur. Storms are sent to disperse. You have merely shown the extent of your strength, transforming hardship into fuel for your growth. You are driven by a force much bigger than yourself, a power that not only protects but also raises you, leading you to the wealth that has always been yours. This isn't just about riches. It is an expression of your divine alignment, reflecting your limitless potential. You have been brought to life and are more than just a survivor. You are a living monument to victory. It's time to totally accept your true self. You are an unstoppable force, a light so bright that no shadow can withstand its presence. Nothing can stop you from following the road that has been set out for you. Your destiny is engraved into the very heart of existence. Doubt and hesitancy are no longer relevant in your tale. There is just the indisputable strength of your triumph. Nothing can stand in the path of success. Speak freely. I am the force. I am the brightness. I'm unstoppable. Allow these words to resound throughout you, anchoring your truth and establishing your unwavering presence. Share your journey. Allow it to inspire others. Tell the world how each hurdle was turned into an opportunity, how every effort to hold you back served as the basis for your strength. Your victory isn't only about you, it glows as a light for individuals seeking personal authority. I'm calling on them to rise like you have,